Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday. It is the 8th of November. I hope you're safe and well and blessed and ready to be a witness for Christ, because I know that He's counting on you today. I'm going to read to you this morning from Revelations chapter 21. And this is verses 1 through 7. Paul writes, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'Now the dwelling of God is with men, and He will live with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things hath passed away.' He who is seated on the throne said, 'I am making everything new.' Then He said, 'Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true.' He said to me, 'It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty I will give to drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. He who overcomes will inherit all of this, and I will be his God, and he will be my son.'" This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. I'm sure you've heard it said, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. Well, let me ask you this. What is home to you? For some, home is that place that you come home to every day after work. For others, home is a place to work in every day and to take care of the family. Some would say home's where you hang your hat. Home is the place where you can say whatever you want. No one's going to be listening to you anyway. For me, I say home is where you hang your guitar. Family, though, really, for me, is what makes a home. Home is a very versatile word. I mean, we refer to the house that we live in as home. We refer to the United States as home. We refer to the state that we live in as home. If we're out on vacation or something somewhere else, we say, "I'm going home to Illinois." I refer to Verdon or Girard even as home. I'm going home. Whatever town you live in is home. And as Christians, we refer to heaven as home. The homes that we live in today, whether it be in Verdon or Girard or wherever, it's just temporary. It's not a forever home. Revelation 21:1 says, "I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away." And we're told in Scripture that there is a new home coming. And then I just read it to you. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. There's a new heaven, or new place, new home coming. And guess who's going to be there? Family. Family's going to be there. You know, there's an unknown author, and he said, as a boy, I thought of heaven as a city with domes and spires and beautiful streets that was inhabited by angels. And by and by, my little brother died. And I thought of heaven then much as before, but with an inhabitant that I knew. Excuse me. And then another died. And then some of my acquaintances died. So in time, I began to think of heaven as containing several people that I knew. But it was not until one of my own little children died that I began to think that I had treasure in heaven myself. Afterward, another went, and yet another. And by that time, I had so many acquaintances and children in heaven that I no more thought of it as a city merely with streets of gold, but as a place full of inhabitants. And now there are so many loved ones there, he said, I sometimes think I know more people in heaven than I do on earth. Verse 6 says this. He said to me, it is done. I'm the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty, I will give drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. You know, Jesus has made it very clear that he is the only way to heaven. He is the only way. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. You know, I dearly love my earthly home, but I long for my heavenly home. There is a place where there is no sickness. There is a place where there is no pain. There is a place where there are no tears. There's a place where there's no aging. There's no hunger. There's no thirst. And no one dies there. They live forever. Heaven. When I'm in heaven, that's when I'll know I'm home. I'm Pastor Mark. Love you guys. Be safe, be well, be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow.